my lip gloss. It's popping. This is actually my favourite lip gloss, guys. £1 from Pax. Does the job. Fenty Beauty was good, but I'm not paying £16, so... We're blessed in the field. We're blessed when we come and when we go. We cast down every stronghold, sickness and poverty must cease. Devil is defeated. We are blessed.
I will give you all my praise. I will give you all my praise.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Ditadeluxe. First of all, let's not talk about the setup, my face. I just wanted this to be a super laid back, chilled video. I'm literally sitting in my bed, just came back from church, I'm in my PJs, I've barely got any makeup on, and I just decided to film a video. So today's video is going to be about why and how I dropped out of a Russell Group uni. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is because this is something that a lot of people have asked me about. A lot of people have asked me why I did it, what am I doing now, what are my plans, like how did I find the confidence and the boldness to actually go ahead with it. And so I started to talk a little bit about it on Snapchat, but I thought I would come and film a proper video for you guys. This may be a little bit longer than the length of videos that I would usually want to put out, but I did want to just go into depth a little bit more and talk about why. So if I kind of rewind back to kind of like my education journey history, long story short, I did A-levels. I got A-levels in business business, economics and Russian, and I got AAB, and I went to the University of Birmingham to study international relations with economics. From day one, sis, I hated it. I'm keeping it so real with you guys. I knew I didn't like it, and everyone's gonna be like, so why didn't you change your course? Babes, that's why I dropped out of uni, because they didn't let me change my course. Literally, like, I tried from week one, day one, to change my course. I said, please, I wanted to do business management with marketing. And everyone would be like, oh, so why did you go and do international relations to begin with? On paper, it looked interesting. When I got there, I felt like somebody had hit me with a ton of bricks and buried me underground because I disliked it so much. But I firmed it. I did first year. I can't lie to you, it was a struggle in all kinds of different aspects, emotionally, mentally. It was just a struggle, and it wasn't like, as much as it was the course, it was generally the uni vibe of uni experience that I didn't enjoy. But I guess that's another video for another day. But I hated it, and so at the end of first year they told me that I'd be able to change my course if I passed first year. I got to the end of first year now. Long story short, I didn't go to some of my exams because I had loads of stuff going on, and then I came to my exam resit period, and I went to them and I said, if I pass these resits, am I going to be able to change my course? Because if not, I'm not going to come and be stressing myself for resits, you know what I mean? And they said to me, we don't have any more spaces. And I said, so when I asked you a year ago, like, honestly, let's not even talk about my uni, but it's an amazing uni, and I was very, very privileged and lucky and blessed by God to have been able to get, okay, I need to turn my phone off, to have been able to get the grades to get in the first place, because the way that I suffered in A-levels, like, that's a whole other video, guys. But, and so I came to the end of first year, and I was just looking back at first year, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be in an environment which I cannot stand. Like, it was literally draining everything out of me. Like, whenever anyone called me, they'll be like, Dita, what's wrong? Like, why are you like this? Like, what's up? And every time I came back to London, people were like, why are you so happy when you go to London? And I was just like, I don't know. I just didn't like Birmingham as a city. I didn't like my course. I was struggling with so many different things at university, because we all know that university is a struggle. And so I just said to God, I was just like, what's next? Like, I honestly could not see myself being there for another 3 years, because the course that I took was 4 years long. I said I just couldn't see myself being there for another. This best put me in focus, because I can see he's trying to focus on my bear. No, because the last video I filmed was out of focus, so that's why I'm refilming it now. Anyways, yeah, so I said to God, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't actually come to uni for another 3 years and stay on the same course. Like, no. So I was praying about it, I was fasting about it, I was talking to my friends about it, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna drop out of uni. Everyone was just like, really? Like, you grinded to get into uni and now you want to drop out? I said, yeah, because at the end of the day, I said to myself, I did not want to be somewhere that was taking my finances, well, taking my money, because eventually I'm gonna have to pay student loan and tuition fees back. It was draining my mental health, and it was taking up my time because I didn't feel like I was being productive in any way, shape or form. So I just said, if I'm gonna drop out, I need to come up with a plan. I was never gonna drop out and just chill in my house, like, no. So basically I was praying about it, and I was asking God, I was like I have to come up with, like, you have to help me come up with something, because I can't just drop out and be doing nothing, basically. And yeah, so long story short, I dropped out of uni in September. My friends were so incredibly supportive, so amazing. Shout out to each and every one of you that supported me, that prayed for me, that enabled me to, like, that pushed me to actually go through with it, because dropping out was a massive thing. Like, it was a big thing, and a lot of people were skeptical about it. Like, yeah, I'll get on to my parents in a minute. But and I dropped out, and I said, like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna pursue my purpose. Like, I spent a lot of time praying and fasting about what actually is my purpose. What am I supposed to be doing in the next year? And I realized that, like, I just wanted to take a year out to just focus on myself, like, actually focus on building my character, building my growth, developing my creative skills, developing myself as a person, and just giving me some time to grow and actually focus on myself. Because I think for a very long time I didn't put myself first for a number of reasons. I was always the person that put other people before me, and kind of just let myself and my own things slip for the sake of helping other people, which is great in the sense that I was able to help people, but I let myself go, and I was never I wasn't really putting myself first. So I said to myself, I'm gonna do that this year. I'm gonna take the year out, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on my creative aspect of things, whether that's makeup, poetry. I write as well, for those of you that don't know, my YouTube channel, and a few other things that I've got planned for 2019. I'm also currently working at a bank, which I am loving, and I just feel like ever since I dropped out of uni, like, everything just makes so much sense. Like, I literally have not been happier in terms of where I am in life than I am now that I'm not in university. And that's because I knew that it was God that God that instructed me to drop out. University is not for everybody. When I told my parents that I'm dropping out of uni, it was like all hell broke loose. My dad went mad. Like, first of all, I'm the only child in my household, right? So everything is on me. All the pressure is on me. Like, I have to get a degree, get a master's, become doctor, lawyer, all that stuff that comes, like, all the pressure that comes from your parents about what they want you to do is tenfold when you're an only child, especially when my parents are foreign. My dad is from India, my mum is from Belarus, which is on the border of Russia, for those of you that don't know. And, like, foreign parents, what's dropping out? No, what is dropping out? But honestly, like, my dad went mad, and I kind of said to him, I was like, I understand why you think that it's really important for me to have a good degree, and don't get me wrong, like, a degree is an incredible qualification to have. It's really, really amazing, and for some people it's necessary. Like, for the people that want to become a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is, like, sometimes a degree is necessary. But for me, and I'm only talking about myself, I'm not telling all of you guys to drop out of uni, but I'm saying for me personally, I had to follow my heart. I had to follow God's purpose. I had to follow what was right for me. As much as I love and respect and honour my parents, I cannot live for them. I cannot do everything that they want me to do, because that's gonna sacrifice my own happiness, my own health, my own plan and purpose that I have, that God has for me. So I just said to my dad, I said, I know you may not understand the vision now, you may not get it, but I promise you for free that give me 3, 4, 5, 10 years, you'll ask me how I did it. You'll come back to me and ask me, how did you manage to succeed? How did you manage to do everything that you've accomplished without going to university? And so I just wanted to really, the main reason why I wanted to make this video is because I really just wanted to say and encourage each and every one of you watching this, that whatever it is that you want to do that other people may not agree with, that other people may be skeptical about, that they will question you, just do it. Put yourself first, and remember that it's your life that you're living. You're living your life for you, for God, for the people that you have been called to touch. And sometimes it's not by force to follow what everybody else is doing. I feel like a lot of young people these days go to university because it has become a lot more accessible. It has become a lot more popular. Everybody's going to uni. There's so many unis out there, and I feel like people are just going to university for the sake of it, because their parents told them, because their college told them, because that's just what the thing is to do next after A-levels. No, it is not by force. It's really not. For those of you that want to go to uni, get a degree, that's incredible. Go and do your thing and succeed and shine and slay it on your graduation day. But for those of you that are questioning, is it for me? It's not by force. Like, literally, if you feel like it's not for you, but make sure you have a plan. So if you feel like it's not for you, then don't go to uni. Drop out of uni. Do what you want to do to follow your heart, but make sure you have a plan. I cannot stress that enough, because if I did not have a plan, there is no way I would have dropped out of uni. There is no way I would have dropped out to just sit at home and be looking at the four walls of my room, asking myself, what am I doing with my life? Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to make sure that I had a strategy, I had a vision, I had a plan, I had things that I was working towards. Make sure that it makes sense financially, that it makes sense just career wise, that it just makes sense for you. Like, if you want to be a doctor, don't drop out of uni, because you can't become a doctor any other way. Do you know what I mean? But if you want to work in the creative industry, if you want to work in whatever it is you want to do, start your own business, whatever, just make sure you have a plan. And I cannot stress that enough, because every single person that will ask you, why did you drop out of uni, all you have to reply is, because I've got a plan, I know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? And I can't lie to you, it's not always going to be easy. There have been times when I've been like, did I do the right thing? Should I have dropped out? Did I just make the massivest mistake ever? Because being at a Roster Group uni is an incredible privilege, and it's not everybody that has that opportunity, and I will never take that away from God and from everything that made that possible. I will never I will never take that for granted, because I know it was an incredible privilege to be able to go to a Roster Group and still actually have the opportunity to go back to university if I want to, with the grades that I have. Like, I could still go back to uni at any moment in time, and if I feel like that is for me, if I feel like that is my calling, if I feel like that is the season that I'm at, then I may go back to uni. I'm not ruling it out forever, but I'm saying for now, the best thing I ever did was drop out of university, because it has enabled me to actually look at what am I good at, what do I want to do, and actually enable me to live out the passions that I have in my heart, to actually focus on the things that I really want to do, and focus on the purpose that God has placed on my life. And all of that, if I was at uni, I wouldn't have done that. I would have been depressed, continue to be depressed. I would have been hating every single minute. And I know with my degree, I could have firmed it to the end of the 4 years. I could have got, I don't know, 2-1, first class, whatever it was. If I put my mind to it, 100% with my chest could have got the degree from the University of Birmingham. And at the end of the 4 years, been successful. But I knew in my heart that that's not what I wanted. Like, a degree was not the thing that I really desired. It was, for me, it was living out my purpose and doing things that I loved, and a degree was just not part of it. Like, I can't lie, like, I can tell you that from day one I have hated studying. I've always been that person that didn't enjoy studying. Like, I was always the person that gave my homework in late, came up with one stupid excuse. I was always the person that started revising for my exam the day before. I was just always that person, and I thank God that somehow I managed to get A's, A stars, B's, and really good grades for the amount of effort that I put in. But I just knew that I just didn't enjoy studying. Like, some people love it. They'll go and do degree, masters, PhD, second degree, third degree. Do you know what I mean? They will do it. But for me, it's just not what I enjoy. I'm very much more of a practical person. I love working. I love having a job. I love being practical, doing things, and studying just wasn't part of that. And that's okay. So sorry, there's dust. I just really wanted to just make this video to encourage you that if you are thinking about doing something that your parents may not agree with, your friends may be like, babes, what are you doing? If you have something that is literally at the forefront of your mind, in your heart all the time, and it's like nagging at you, telling you do it, just go and do it. Like, obviously seek advice, seek counsel, seek wisdom and understanding from other people. Like, I asked so many people before I dropped out of uni. I seeked a lot. Seeked, is that a word? I seeked a lot of advice from a lot of people to make sure that what I was doing was the right choice. But at the end of the day, like, all of those people just confirmed what I had in my heart. There was just confirmation that the decision that I had made, I had to go through with it. And I just remember sitting there at my university accommodation. I think it was the end of August this year, and I was just like, this is it. Like, this is the last time I'm going to be in Birmingham. Like, I had made up in my mind that I was going to drop out before I even considered talking to my parents. Like, I dropped out of uni before I told my parents. And then when I told them, I was like, considering dropping out of uni, they were like, no, not in my household. You're not going to drop out of uni in my house. Da, da, da. And then like, like 2 weeks later, I was just like, here guys, so I got a job at a bank and I'm not going back to uni. And they were just like to this day, like, my dad still gets onto me. Like, it was his birthday yesterday and he spent the whole day shouting at me, like, how can you drop out of uni? You need a degree, it's by force. And I just feel like a lot of our parents don't necessarily understand the world that we live in. Like, in their day and age, having a degree was the most incredible established thing to have. And now, yes, it's so credible and it's such an incredible qualification to have, but it's not necessary to be successful. You don't have to have a degree, do you know what I mean? So, but I just don't feel like they get that. So it's gonna be a long, difficult journey to get them to understand and see things from my perspective, which is fine. I'm willing to take that on board because I know that I personally have never been happier than I am now, having dropped out of uni. So yeah, that's just my little story time of how I dropped out of a whole roster group, a whole Birmingham, whole 16th on the 15th, 16th on the league table. I did it with my whole chest and everyone was mad. Well, my parents mainly. But you know when, like, your parents' anger is like so much bigger than anybody else's. Like, if your friend tells you she's mad at you, it's not the same way that you feel that when your parents are mad at you. But yeah, and I just wanted to come here and encourage you guys to just take that step, because I know for a fact that this is what I have to do for myself. And I just want to thank God to every single person that encouraged me. I've said this already, but I have the most incredible friends that really pushed me and challenged me and made sure that this was the right decision. And I think for those of you that know Yem's EXO, my baby girl Yemsi, she dropped out of uni as well, and I was just like that was like that little, you know when you just need that little push, like that was it. I was just like, yeah, like I can do it too, do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about faith, about confidence, about boldness, about courage to take that step in whatever it may be, literally send me a DM on Instagram, send me a comment. Don't send a comment, write a comment, leave a comment. Wow, English. Add me on Snapchat, add me on Instagram, whatever it is. I'll put all my details somewhere here. And just, I'm very, very, very open to talking about anything, to giving you guys advice and to being there to support you, because this channel, I want it to be like a little community where we talk and we discuss and we encourage one another. Because it's not just for me to come and be talking to you and then not having any interaction back. So any questions, any advice, anything, whatever you want to talk about, message me, send me a DM. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share this with all your friends. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. God bless all of you. Bye.